We are here at the Hispanic Research Center at Arizona State University, looking at a set of lithographs that offers us diverse Chicana and Chicano interpretations of spirituality, faith, and mortality, as well as their roles in Mexican American culture. In some of these pieces, we see how the artists evoke otherworldly themes by recalling their deceased relatives through the visual recreation of an altar or ofrenda. In others, we see traditional imagery akin to Catholic colonial paintings. And then there are images like calaveras and angels that evoke questions of the afterlife. Let's take a closer look and talk about what we are seeing.
In this first piece by Felix Lopez, we see how the Santero tradition, where artisans create santos and revueltos, another Spanish style in Catholic artwork, remains a living tradition. Notably, it was the passing of Lopez's father, who was himself a master carpenter, that inspired Lopez to pursue his own creative practice and the Santero tradition of working with wood. Perhaps because of what brought him to his craft, much of Lopez's work revolves around family and tradition. The title of this lithograph, Mensajero en memoria de mi madrecita Eva, for example, indicates that this piece is a tribute to his mother, Eva. The booklet shown here in the hands of the messenger also suggests a continued connection to God and the power of prayer. In these ways, Lopez's work demonstrates how the legacy of Catholicism continues to shape Chicano art.
This next piece is by Daniel Martin Diaz, titled Magicus. What we see here is Diaz's interpretation of the Holy Ghost. Interestingly, this interpretation evokes elements of biblical descriptions of angels. At the same time, this figure also presents as a modern chimera, with its moth-like wings, scorpion tail, and head of a crowned youth. The word Moors, shown here, may be a reference to the Roman goddess of death. As we can see, traditional beliefs about religion and death play a significant role in Diaz's creative practice. According to Diaz, however, many of these traditional beliefs render no logical explanation. These unanswered questions find a home in his art.
This next piece by Luis Jimenez may stand in stark contrast to the two previous lithographs, but it also responds to questions of spirituality and mortality. The viewer's attention is immediately drawn to the skeleton-like face in the mirror's bottom right reflection. Perhaps this face is meant to symbolize la muerte, or death. It's hard to say if the woman standing before this mirror sees this face. In any case, she appears unmoved, as if it is common for her to encounter spirits here. In this way, this piece suggests that this seemingly mundane scene, a woman before her vanity, is itself a kind of altar or ofrenda. Here, spirits pay respects to the living. The placement of the agua de Florida on the vanity is therefore significant, given its use as a limpia, a spiritual cleansing for the body, mind, and soul to remove negative energy. This final piece by Monica Aisa Martinez also engages with questions of the otherworldly. Titled Alchemical Action, the piece presents us with an elaborate, sensual, and somewhat mysterious alchemy device. At the base of this device, there appears to be drink and food offerings, as well as burning copal leaves, which may be a reference to brujeria. This lithograph therefore elicits a strong sense of the spiritual and sacred, as well as the nepantla, or in-between space, that separates life and death.